who is also told together with the other students in the speakers gallery, watch your leaders and learn from them every good thing they do and say, and ignore those with bad manners. Those with bad manners that encourage you to be tied up to your ethnic conclaves. I was impressed by what the MP for Molo is saying, that Molo Academy and many other schools in this country are accommodating children from across the country without regard to where they were born, their ethnic backgrounds. And I was rather embarrassed the other day when some lost character started alluding to Alliance High School, the school I went to, being a local village school. The Alliance High School has been a national high school that has tutored Kenyans from across the board. And I must be on record. I have never, as member of parliament for the last 13, 14 years, invested a single coin of NGCDF Kikuyu into Alliance High School, because it is serving Kenyans from across the board. And Honorable Speaker, it is the people of Kenya through their taxes that have been financing the construction of development programs at the Alliance High School and many other national schools. And we approve those things here in the House. It's therefore sad that a leader who purports to be a leader of nobody imagines that he can belittle our great school and many other schools like Molo Academy and these other schools. WAMINYOO schools, or WAMINYOO schools. Honorable Speaker, Mr. Naftali Rono has been very well been put by the chair, and the seconder, who happens to have been his classmate at the law school, Honorable Gishimu, is an accomplished lawyer, a lawyer of high standing. You can see he has an LLM degree from Strathmore University. And for those who cared to go through the report, Honorable Speaker, you'll see that his master's degree in law at Strathmore University touches on everything to do with the intersection that the chair spoke about of law, finance, security, operations, and regulation of the financial services sector. And therefore, Mr. Rono comes in at a time that his skills as a legal mind, as an expert from the security sector, having worked as a deputy director, as a legal officer and a senior legal head of legal at the National Intelligence Service, his skills and expertise come in handy, Honorable Speaker, to serve in the position that he is being appointed to at the Financial Reporting Center. Honorable Speaker, the chair did allude to the fact that our country was grey listed some time back because of challenges that we have since sorted out. Some of those challenges, Honorable Speaker, are the challenges that we addressed as a House last session, last year, when we enacted the Virtual Assets Bill, which is now an Act of Parliament. And you can see, even from the engagement, I'm glad to have seen that in the engagement by the committee with the nominee, he did allude to the fact that he will actually actualize the implementation of this law. And I want to tell Mr. Rono that we will hold you to account on the implementation of this law, because if there is an area that would be a risk to our country, especially on terrorism financing and the flow of illicit money, it is the area of virtual assets, because it is not very well understood by many players in the financial services sector, Honorable Speaker, and therefore becomes very easy for people to use virtual assets as a conduit for financing either terrorism or other crimes, or indeed moving illicit cash, be it from narcotics or other criminal engagements around the world and across borders and across economies, Honorable Speaker. And therefore, I'm happy, Honorable Speaker, to note that the nominee clearly understands the job he's going into. And having come from the security sector, he also understands, I can see he has served as a counter-terrorism, a deputy director, I think it was, I don't know if it was deputy director or director, in charge of counter-terrorism at the National Intelligence Service. And this role must have equipped him very well Yeah, indeed, he was an assistant director counter-terrorism with the National Intelligence Service in 2023 to 2024. And this equips him with the skills that he needs to make sure that the financial services sector is not being used to finance terrorism or indeed to finance illicit flow of cash. Honorable Speaker, we are heading into an election next year in 2027. I want to sensitize Mr. Rono that in the run-up to any election in this country, that is a time to watch out for illicit flow of money. Those who stole money from Telkom in the last regime are gearing now to start bringing back that money from wherever they had hidden it in preparation for the 2027 elections. And they are known, Honorable Speaker. The thieves who stole money from Ruaraka, the Ruaraka land scandal, are gearing, and the member for Ruaraka is here. They are preparing themselves on how they will bring this money back into the country in preparation of the 2027 elections. We must tell these thieves, because they are thieves, Honorable Speaker, you can't steal land that belongs to school children, sell it, hide money in foreign countries, then pretend you are an angel in waiting and start preparing how you bring this money back into the country for electoral purposes, Honorable Speaker. And we have seen the activities and what they are planning. I want to ask Mr. Rono, you must be vigilant, extremely vigilant, to make sure that those who stole Ruaraka land, those who stole from Telkom, because I see some of them are gearing to run for governors in certain counties in this country, they must not only be held to account, because I hear some of them daring people, that, oh, you said you have a commission of inquiry on state capture. What are you waiting for? You know, I look at some of these characters and wonder. The same characters, when you begin even to speak about a commission for an inquiry on state capture in the last regime, they start shivering and saying, oh, you are targeting us politically. Then when things go quiet, you start daring people. Please don't dare us. Don't dare us if you know you are a thief. And you know yourself, and you know you are a thief. Clean thief. I have seen some of them trying to lecture people on the status of education. Yet we know the best they did when they served in the education ministry was to militarize our examinations. Children were scared having to sit in exams, and Mwalimu Omboko will tell you, a child cannot sit properly in an exam center when a policeman is there standing with a gun. You are traumatizing our children. That is why you see a myriad of mental health issues in this country on education, this, education, that. Yet you left an education sector that was in shambles. By January 2023, parents did not know where they are taking their children when they finish grade 9. Then you think you can lecture us here with illicit money. Mr. Rono must make sure that all this illicit money is brought back into the country and goes back to public coffers. Those who stole from Telkom, that money must come back and go back to Telkom. Those who stole from Ruaraka, the member of parliament for Ruaraka knows there is no land anywhere in Ruaraka to build schools. All these members of parliament from Nairobi have nowhere to build new schools. Yet the population in Nairobi is rising by the day.
Just to remind you that during that short education stint is when the Ruaraka saga happened.
Yes.
And while you were chair, you helped to stop stealing of government money, and a lot of money in billions. So you should take credit for it.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for even reminding me. I was persecuted when I was the chair of budget and national planning together with the member for Bondo, when I declined to approve in a supplementary budget the 1.5 billion shillings, a further 1.5 billion shillings they wanted to steal from the Ruaraka land scandal. Yet now those criminals, those thieves are the ones now who want to lecture us. Come on. I would say like Waswahili will say, tunajuana kwa vilemba. Tunakujua wewe mwizi, tunakuelewa, tunaelewa wizi wako. End of quote. Honorable Speaker, you know, I still have to remain. I was saying Mr. Rono has his work cut out, especially now that we are moving towards elections. We must make sure there is no illicit flow of money into this economy in the pretext of electoral financing. And IBC also has a challenge. He must work together. I have seen him commit in this report that he will work together with the Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority because, again, there are characters who have been stealing money. Honorable Speaker, it's not just ordinary characters who steal money from the unclaimed assets. People who are working in banks are fleecing families dry. People pass on, they leave money in their bank accounts, all that money is wiped out within a few months, Honorable Speaker. FRC, as the Director General nominee has committed, must work with the UFA, or the Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority, to ensure that they secure the assets of those who depart, to make sure that that money is secure. It either goes to the authority, and the authority works to make sure that they're able to trace the beneficiaries of that money and give it to them. In the same spirit, Honorable Speaker, as I was saying, I expect that FRC will now be able to work with IEBC, the new commission, on matters to do with electoral financing, to make sure that there is no illicit flow of money into this